Initiating data upload to the sacred repository. Data decoded, structured, and appended to the case evidence.
Sent his thugs again. The sludge just rotted their brains. Eyes empty, hands shaking. Ugh.
What? Dirkers? No, I'm not him. Thank the God Emperor. I'm sorry, I have to go. The roads won't sort themselves.
I am the harbinger of his light.
I didn't think I'd make it out of there alive. Thank you.
The ferals are at it again. Why don't they stay out in their swamp?
The joy of expiation in his name, traveler, as only true suffering leads us to his grace.
The form of self-torment we are observing, expressed in the suppression of the ability to blink, is characteristic of the most radical cults of the God Emperor.
Hi, I'm fine, thank you.
The lowliest of the God Emperor's servants, who cherishes pain and suffering within himself to cleanse his defiant mind day and night. With my sleepless eyes, I behold the deeds of the wretched fishermen who call themselves divers. Lost in their heresy and abomination, they commit the crime of offering sacrifices to the marine depths. They cast blooded bodies into the sea and watch their sinking with vile delight. I wait to accuse them at the very moment their wrongdoing is completed. It is true indeed. I name myself the wretched Dirkus, and am wholly in service to the most holy sister. Sister herself, present in this wretched abyss of the undevoted? What blasphemer dared to permit her sacred descent into this pit of corruption and deviancy? What fool allowed even the mere possibility for such unworthy filth to lay their eyes upon her most hallowed visage. Such errands are fit only for servants of the lower order. As it is, this matters no longer. I have seen the banners fluttering above the filth and refuse, yet I dared not hope that my benefactress herself resided within that very camp. If the righteous warrior has descended into this valley of sorrow and iniquity, it falls upon me to deliver unto her the blessed tidings without delay. Come now, Holy Herald, let us not tarry even for a moment.
Well, well. Lads, look who's graced us with his presence. Holy man Durkus himself. We've been waiting for you, filth. Don't be angry, good mistress. You might not even know what sort of scum you're sheltering. He's the worst of the penitents, an absolute wretch. He delivers his sermons so smoothly, but then people start turning on each other. Whenever they come to the settlement, someone ends up with nails driven into their feet or molten metal poured down their throats. Thanks, Saint Sibelius the Infallible. There's still kind people out there. Some strange folk came by, but we could tell they were the good kind. They heard of our misfortunes and blessed us with simple weapons. They told us to take no more mercy on that scum Durkus. The God Emperor himself must have sent them to us. You look like you came along with them, traveler, so you'd better step aside while we deal with him.
Come to insult Brother Durkus again. You should be following your daughter's example. She heard the sermons, embraced repentance, and now fervently torments herself alongside her new brothers and sisters. Even the nightmares that plague the faithless no longer trouble her. The pain washes them away like water. But you, scum, if you're not ready to believe, then take your faithless cronies and get lost.
Good mistress, don't abandon us. These savages make us torture each other day and night, and Durkus is the worst of them. Not that long ago, just after the First Blood, he used to help everyone. Good man he was. And now the only thing on his mind is searing people's fingers. He does! The rest of the flock's heralds don't touch anybody. But this bag of sea scum tortures people all by himself and can't get enough of it.
We'll help you, sister. Let's punish the heretics together.
9. The big man must be here. Who is this? It's been here. Dabin is. Musta him? Big man must be. Size. Why should I can't? Heaven is. Big man must be here. Nah. Why I cannot stay? Why I cannot stay here? Also, that's what I need. God, prepare to get battle. Get your I cannot get many character in the position. So Ogren must be 9. Oh man. So is this? Si Ishunda, si Isdahena. Big man. See. Main cycle. What is that? Shh. Is that? Must be she cannot do something. Cyber. What is this? Ah, dear. That's it, huh? That's it, the weapon. Okay, right. The enemy is at the bar. We can hit him. green. So sorry, huh? Ah man, Isabel does see
The veil is torn asunder!
my god. Okay.
War brings damnation!
This is bite big now. Right. Okay. Okay. What is this? Shots do. Ah, size. Hmm.
in his name.
Ach, dem.
It shall be done. I will repay this debt. Use your minds. War brings damnation.
Why I need to fix this arm? I can't start again.
am his wrath made flesh! Without fear. without hesitation. Ready to do his bidding.
The Sorbin is that. Did the acquisition survive?
Assistant to the deputy attendant. I'm gonna have to step it up.
Did the Dirkus survive na? I don't know why he died there. My god.
Following in his wake.
Most blessed sister, permit me, unworthy as I am.
Ah, they survived. I think the seas died.
Your radiant countenance, that
Oh, the living god.
will help you, sister.
Do not
Let's
attempt to
punish the
drown my
heretics
torrent
together.
of words. You have already severely tested my patience. Acolyte, you have delivered this miserable creature into my presence. That is to be commended. However, I expected more prompt execution of my order. Explain the delay. Your dedication pleases me. Dirkus, explain why you dared delay and what you have discovered. Concisely, if you will.
Master Ursimus knows nothing of the Saint Shrine.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to learn only the idle rumors that the wretched folk here spread about a tomb. They say the temple still stands somewhere nearby, but is hidden from sight, and that among the people there remain descendants of the shrine's servants. A bandit called Stonehead spins tidy tales of the saint, and Rotten Fish, a despicable mutant among the divers, preaches of Sibelius to her followers. I approached them, but when they saw me as one of the flock, they drove me away. That is the sum of my knowledge, sister.
So Rotten Fish is there.
Therefore, you not only gained nothing, but now cannot extricate yourself from the local cult. Faith in the God Emperor takes many forms. At times, it manifests in ways that terrify the rabble, who are incapable of understanding the blessing he bestows. I agree with you, Acolyte. I will consider what is to be done with Dirkus later. Take him away. On to the next matter. The locals dare to flout the supremacy of Imperial law, engaging in fights close to my camp. This is intolerable. I will see my servants sent to put this rotten place to rights, and to deliver a clear message to the people here. Any transgression invites inevitable punishment, taught to them in the only manner they understand. As you know, I have come to this disgusting place on the most sacred of errands. I must find where Sibelius the Infallible lies at rest, and you are to assist me. Seek out these Stonehead and Rotten Fish. God Emperor, forgive me. And extract from them everything they know of the shrine. Abandon all mercy. This mission is more important than lowly heretics whose very existence is a mistake. I take it they remain alive. The last surge did not claim them, we can be sure. And there remains time before another arrives.
This land still has a chance for salvation. If we can cope, the Sister will bring his light here.
You know the definition of heresy, do you not, Acolyte? Consorting with the enemies of humanity is heresy. Concealing the enemies of humanity is heresy. Did you hope to hide from me the fact that a Xenos has come into your retinue and now walks freely through Marisportum? Your hope was misplaced and utterly vain. And now you have dragged this abomination before my eyes. Mark my words, Xenos. Come the hour, my blade will end your filthy life in his name.
To this day, threats like yours have remained mere words. To kill me will be far more difficult than your pride would allow, monkey.
He was given 30 lashes and sent on his way. Ignorance may be a blessing, but stupidity is a wickedness. And that fellow was remarkably stupid. Every moment...
Truly allowed to behold an agent of the Golden Throne. One of those who fervently serve the God Emperor within the ranks of the Holy Inquisition. Saint's blood. I can hardly believe it. I am Deaconess Invida, a servant of the Adeptus Ministorum. By the will of the God Emperor, Cardinal Ignato himself has permitted me to bestow blessings of the Scintillan mission upon the worthy. Several cycles ago, despite my unworthiness, I was raised to the esteemed rank of Deaconess and entrusted with the vigil over the reliquariums of Scintilla. Such service alone is uplifting, but aiding true heroes such as yourselves. Thousands of times I have prayed to the God Emperor to grant me a chance to serve the Imperium and humanity. And so, at last, there came the hour to choose who among the clerics would accompany the Blessed Sister into these lands. It took many pleas to be given a place in her retinue. And now, with the greatest devotion, I aid the defenders of humanity. May the God Emperor guide you toward the shortest path to your enemies. No hesitation.
The third rule for keeping the pipe clean: don't pieces of your body in the pipe. The fourth rule for
Led by his will.
We are all guilty, but these are filthier than the rest. Their souls are stained with violence, and today we will wash it away.
Awful lot of clean shirts hanging around. What?
No hesitation.
He's threatening us. You all heard that? He's threatening us.
the Baron promised to make everything right.
Are you looking for something here, mistress? I'll make good for it. Please, please don't kill me, mistress. I've got two children. I'll spill it, everything. Please don't cut my hands off. I need them to keep working. Plenty of folk passed through here. 3 times in the last days, whole groups came through. Just recently, a crowd went by in that direction, toward the upper town. They often hold executions there, and about 15 people ran that way, toward the houses. Oh, that was a while ago, and some headed for the water, quite a few. None but us divers go there willingly. Only hermits and those the flock's driven half mad. The hermits linger there until the end. The others throw themselves off the shore into the sea. I heard a crowd of poor souls went to meet the sea not long ago, stepping off the shore. I didn't witness it. I was below, hauling up this cursed stuff. Well then, thanks for sparing me. I'll be off. Time to dive again soon, to make up for what's been spilled.
I am the harbinger of his light.
My bones are aching. I'm telling you,
Trail
the
lost.
new tide's coming.
Additional visual scanning of the vicinity is advised.
Relentlessly.
And then the Upperheimer ripped the barrel to pieces.
Come to mess with people's heads some more?
You look like you're about to drop. Having nightmares again?
No hesitation. Led by his will.
Good. The Baron really went for it this time. Gnarl's screams are still ringing in my ears.
I still can't believe Gnarl was making fake again. Now we'll all have to stare at that idiot every day. How long is he going to be hanging above the entrance like that?
Ever watchful.
Why are you still here? It's your shift on patrol.
I've been on patrol 3 times already. I'm not going again. They can shoot me for all I care.
Greybeard patrolled for 10 turns. Now chug some, go get some, and get to work.
You
Nan said to take a
My
dead
least
rat
on
and
Heresy.
boil it with
I need
rock
it falling out from that
makes
stuff.
the brew properly potent. This place will be flooded soon. The sea gave such a lurch yesterday. I fell in and nearly drowned.
Wasn't the sea, that was you. You had too much. The drinker passed out face first in your soup. Forgot already?
So that's where this foul taste in me mouth came from. I hate that soup.
Quit stomping about, outsider, before you bring the ceiling down.
No hesitation.
Now we got the one about his company that vanished in the Silencer Sectoris. They say a fog monster, eh? One moment they were there, the next, gone.
Well, come. The monster eats that much.
Ever watchful.
Where do you put the data?
Goings up. Won't let ya.
Big man.
Whoever's in charge can go upstairs. The rest of you will stay here.
Only can goes up if you charge. No charge. Goes up. Go up. Can't see behind you.
Oh man, big man.
I not like riddles. Who goes? Baron said, watch who goes. A feral man gave Baron a big wound. You attacks, Baron loses. But Baron's smart.
Said not let anybody goes up.
The Baron will only speak to the leader. The rest of you don't deserve to meet with him.
He said not go to the swamp. There's feral peoples and angry mutants. I want to hit 'em hard, but I got orders.
There was no order like that.
There was. And they says more stupid. Try. Baron said, listen to who has the thing, like on paper. Mole's not stupid. Tell me what to do.
So I use a monodominant once.
Following in his wake.
So the Baron.
More upper hivers. You've been drawn to our god emperor forsaken Maris Sportum lately. So you're the upper Iver who's been telling all of Maris Sportum about her high status since she got here. Everyone is delighted to see an agent of the Golden Throne. A visit from the powers that be. Lucky us. We're honest folk with nothing to hide. So tell me why you're here. To crow about saving my diver's salty hides? I've been told you handle the ferals well enough. I'll give you that. And as a reward, I'm granting you an audience with yours truly. And no need to thank me. And how do you manage to get this lot in here with you? Is Maul staring at the wall again? Bloody abhuman.
Okay.
Hard eyes, almost all limbs intact. Oh yeah, and you also shoved a sigil in my man's face. Really, Bells?
Okay.
Should the attention of an upper Iver flatter me? Or scare me? I don't know what to do with myself. I'll just say that my business is to dig up long-forgotten treasures that lie in the dirt beneath the feet of the Lords of the Spires. And that's how I serve the God Emperor. Any tools are good in the struggle against the enemies of humanity, as long as they do not come to us from the hands of those very enemies. Excavation? The one those other Upper Iver pals of yours are messing around with. I don't know what's going on over there, and I don't want to. Anyone sniffing about within 100 meters gets shot for their trouble. Whatever they're up to, it can't be anything good. I think I'm stupid enough to stick my nose in and send my people there. You don't have enough hands as it is to keep things ticking over here, so leave off with your assuming. But thinking about it, if something did happen, then you're looking in the wrong place. Ursimus and his lunatics from the flock are bad news, Upper Iver. Have caused all the trouble they can in Marisportum, and they've decided to try their teachings on Upper Ivers instead. In Marisportum, anything that isn't nailed down goes missing as soon as you turn your back. That includes people like this Rufinus of yours. Never heard of him, by the way. Never seen him before, Upper Iver. I'd remember that burnt face if I had. Do you really think I keep a record of every down and out who's missing a lip? Well, I don't, all right? Whatever you say, Upper Iver. Whatever you say, Upper Iver. Is that so? You know what else they say? A bad obscura takes you on an unforgettable ride. I knew someone who swore up and down that he'd met Saint Sibelius on the street and shook his hand. He even had the sacred marks burned all over his palm. But what I say is, when you're out of it and puking up your guts in an alley, don't go leaning on any thermal pipes. You know, Upper Iver, I'm almost flattered that you're concerned about my health. One of the ferals came up with the idea of taking me out with a piece of sharpened pipe. Now he's up there, hanging from my ceiling, as a decoration.
Uncontrolled consumption of stimulant substances ultimately will have an adverse effect on your health. I would advise you to see your local chirurgeon as soon as possible and arrange disinfection and appropriate suturing of the wound.
And I would advise you, Upper Iver, to go out into the sea and try to tell the fish how to swim. You're saying the rabble who crawl in the mud under the Upper Iver's feet should only ever refer to themselves with utter disrespect. Well, submit a complaint to the Administratum on Terra. I'm kind of the boss here in Marisportum, so the title of Baron suits me down to the ground. Why? You don't think I have a face for leadership? It just happened that when Marisportum was flooded by the first seaquake, the pious bastards, the lawmen and the guardsmen all up and left, and sealed the gate behind them. Who do you think stopped the carnage over supplies? Who got the divers and the common labourers back to work? Who threw the looters out of town? The ones who just wanted to run amok and wait for the next seaquake to wash away the Hab Zone for good. Yours truly. Me and my carvers. I didn't have much of a choice. Someone had to do something. bottom of the stinking puddle that washes over Marisportum, there would be shit more valuable than plasteel. Shit that only local divers can get their hands on. Shit that upper hivers will fight each other to get. Out of the mud and waste, I created Gurgesum, a treasure for the nobles of the spires. And that's the only reason they haven't burned this place to the ground. And because I'm pure before the God Emperor, and I keep everyone around me pure too.
I cannot help but notice that you have ignored the semantics of the question posed, replacing the actual description of the substance with indirect emotional comments.
How good of you to notice, Upper Ivor. Would I be pure before him and myself if I denounced my friends, Upper Ivor? And would people follow a rat? I don't think so. Well, I created Gurgesum. And that stuff doesn't just increase the strength and hardiness of my idiot underlings. It also stops them from sleeping. No sleep means no nightmares. No nightmares means everyone's just fine. Everyone in Marisportum is trying to get their hands on a few drops of my treasure, you know. No, that's not right. Mine are the quiet ones in the colours with the aluminum tattoos. They keep order and keep the rowdy ones in check. But there are enough freaks in Marisportum who have taken up arms and decided that they don't answer to me or even him. Gangs of them, calling themselves ferals. When my people see them, they take them out. I advise you to do the same. No one will miss them. Ursimus and his lunatics. We're drowning, and they're only adding to our problems. And the Upper Ivors wrote us off the moment the first sea quake put everything underwater. But I saw an opportunity, and the locals keep working for the good of him and Marisportum so that we don't all die. But to work, you have to have at least some strength. You're allocated 4 hours of sleep and corpse starch gruel. But these holy men are wandering around Marisportum and shouting that we need to mutilate our flesh, beat ourselves to bloody lumps, and stop eating altogether. How is that any way to serve the God Emperor? Calby and Erlor. Sloggers who work themselves to the bone for his glory. Nice lads, only they prefer to keep to themselves. The dregs of Marisportum don't tend to look kindly on anyone who's different. Oh, what do you want to talk about now? Stonehead, you say? Do you know how many stoneheads, bone breakers, wreckers, teeth grinders and mauls there are in Marisportum? And not a very imaginative bunch, Huslot. You think I have time to keep an eye on everyone? Look in the upper town, among the cliff shelters. People like him like to help folk with deeper pockets whenever the opportunity arises. Go out to the front and look down. You'll see everything you need to know. Marisportum is caught between the upper levels that send rubbish and sewage pouring into this place, and the sea that will someday swallow the place whole. Even if that happens, the Upper Ivors will show up and tell us to grow gills so that we can work at sewage plants underwater. The people are surviving, I'm helping them. Me and my Gurgesum. Oh, what do you want to talk about now?
Cannot speak with him anymore, no? Okay.
Lurch yesterday.
Relentlessly.
Heard the one about the company that vanished in the Silencer Sectoris. Say Faulkner's great. One moment they...
Hey, Upper Hiver! Nice boots! Fancy a trade?
Eats that much.
We got a bow and scrape to outsiders too.
Ever watchful.
That's a proper coat.
Again. Blimey, have you got a right ugly mug, Sawbones? I'm blind! Blind!
Open your eyes, you idiot.
I am the harbinger of his light.
By his grace, we see.
It's not for the oak crane, no? Okay.
The light of the throne guides me.
Hey, Upper Hiver. Nice boots. Fancy a try? One moment they were there.
I am the harbinger of his light.
This isn't Rocker. It's bog water. A couple more gulps and I'll start croaking myself. Quit stomping about, outsider, before you bring the ceiling down.
No outsiders in the warehouse. Baron's orders.
Led by his will.
Master Stoner, it's just some old rubbish.
That's it.
Been a while since we last saw that bastard Durkus. Even seems a bit suspicious. Oh, I'd give anything to see that. Maybe we should tell the Baron that bastard swiped something from the warehouse. He caught us. Let's go!
You're in the right place. I'll do as you say, mistress. But don't burn me, all right? What? What disappearances? Yes, everything around here is unusual. Take those divers, the fish-eyed ones. They sometimes throw bodies in the sea. And before that, they do something terrible to them and whip them until they bleed. The flock isn't fault. I'll just tell you. They put this nonsense in people's heads and then kill them. Arrow, what now? You mean something not about the God Emperor? Yeah, I've seen it. Over at the diver's place. They put up this statue. Scary-looking thing. It doesn't look nothing like the God Emperor. They leave fish and good drink there. Bunch of idiots. Should have had it all themselves. What? Oh, the black sludge. Yeah, the Baron gives it to us. Potent stuff. After I have some, I can take down a dozen bog freaks easily. And I don't feel like sleeping at all. As you say, at your orders. Don't use too much of it at once, or your veins might burst. The Baron says, before the new floodage, we need to whip things into shape. That means the locals have to hand over whatever they got tucked away, so we can put it to use. That's where I come in. Getting them moving. When I'm around, they don't feel like hiding nothing. nothing about it. Not more than anyone else, anyway. They say he's buried somewhere here in the Marisportum Sectoris. Where exactly, nobody knows. My great-grandfather told me a lot about him. He even had a book of some sort. My father sold it later, though. But don't execute me. I was just a snotty kid back then. I didn't know you'd need that book. I have no idea where the shrine is. The only thing I know is that my great-grandfather used to pray in the swamp. He said the God Emperor could be heard better there. That's all I know, I swear. I wasn't going nowhere in the first place. Turn out your pockets. What you got in this? What are you trying to spin? It's up to the Baron to decide what rubbish to live or not. What do you want to lose? Turn them out, now!
Did you hear that scream? Such is the voice of those who accept pain and bending. Not as long ago. This is what you should strive for.
What pain have you come, mate? Ask, sister. I will gladly seek the lost and bring them the word of repentance. These containers have been ours for many years, sister. The Ministorum gave them to us along with supplies. We chose not to throw away such useful vessels and kept the remnants of our rations in them. Walk through the town, you will find many in every corner. To bear the light of righteous repentance is my purpose and my mission. Ask, sister. A wretched settlement of wretched people. There are millions such in Smellus. The sea that fed us and gave us work rose and swallowed thousands of lives. A dreadful tragedy. Yet it opened the people to the light of repentance. We pray with fervor for the waters to return, but for now, the sea remains still. Into these lands flow the wastes of the Hive. Since ancient times, the people of Marisportum have tended the sacred cleansing engines and dared to think themselves useful. For years, they skimmed, filtered, and stirred the outflows. The sea fed them with fish and kelp, and envoys from the upper levels brought bandages and remedies. Life in this place is harsh, and so at times, in their foolish free thinking, the people of Marisportum have risen against the Upperborn. On such days, the Punishers would come. In recent years, the pride of the townsfolk grew beyond all bounds, and the God Emperor himself would suffer it no longer. He sent the sea to claim the souls of the heretics, the waters burst their banks, and many malefactors met their end. The fish rotted, and the current swept away the weeds. The survivors cling to their pitiful lives. They cherish small hopes of a better fate, while scorning his will. Heretical faith in salvation blinds their sight. The sooner they realize they are doomed, the more time they will have for deliverance. We bear the light of contrition, yet many refuse to see it. Some flee from us, others harden their hearts, but there are the righteous who, in fervor, carve upon themselves holy wounds. They, only they, and those who share in our knowledge shall find salvation in death. May the God Emperor test you evermore.
I am the harbinger of his
It wasn't
light.
life. It was a puddle of filth.
You'll strip me bare. Emperor, preserve me.
Living like that?
Such is his will. The light of the throne guides me. Led by his will.
Matis, I will take Block up Grektar. The Vein cannot lose the last crew toss. Rotten failures. soft skin. Lure Grektar into the pen. Anger him and run. But do...
I will repay this debt. With fervor. Yeah! Back in his service. Shield your mind.
Bad strategy, okay? Ay, ni ano.
The veil is torn asunder.
My God. So the big man is cannot move out. It'll be good. They cannot move out. I cannot move here in the bad strategy. $90, 100 missed. This one here, this one. This must be needle. I cannot move. We are trapped here. Yeah. My God. Why I cannot move there? The Ogrin is still there. Shut. Oh.
With fervor. It shall be done. Ready to do his bidding.
Also, the Psyche also cannot move somewhere. Let's miss and roll. It is bad idea to come here.
Shield your minds.
Okay, escape Kainsin. Let me load that thing. Load that. There we are here. Marsha, get down.
Ever watchful.
Brown Marses. So must head the ogre on the other side.
Many are wounded. Hold off the Matties. I will lock up Grektar. The Vein cannot lose the last crew tops. Rotten failures.
There's not good idea for hiding. Okay. Unavailable. My God. Change. Ogre must be right. So is Psyker must be on me. See this. The target is too far, no? Okay. Close, no? My God.
Soft skin, lure Grektar into the pen. Anger him and run, but do him no service.
There now, I come there, huh? So far away, no?
I am his wrath made flesh.
Unavailable. This is the artist now.
With fervor.
Oh, my god. What is it that
Come on, Grektar! Get out of harm's way!
Without fear. No. It is not the God Emperor's will. By his will, I will repay this debt. No.
You cannot only shoot. The 5. Oh man. Oh, nee. My god, wahrscheinlich. Open.
Get out of harm's way!
Shield your minds.
Stop, Opaka! You have crossed the boundaries of the roost. Lower your weapon, or I will strip your soft skin, and my blood will devour your flesh. Otvaka, you heard my words. You saved Grektar. I will forget that you trespassed in the roost. The kin band will not tear you apart. For now. When the vein grows strong, Otvaka will have no time for foolish names. They will tremble at the mere mention of the bog beasts.
Fascinating. An aggressive Xenar species operating in the lower hive sectors. How did they go unnoticed for so long?
The time for words with soft skins has passed. Now, we speak the language of strength. To defend the vein from invaders.
Take my brother's words as you would a storm, Softskin. He walks the path of blood and battle, and you have come at a difficult time. I am Uertik, flesh shaper of the Tick vein. Croactic is the war shaper. He is the strongest among us, but he does not trust outsiders. Even so, the Tick vein is grateful for your aid against those maddened of my blood. They lost their connection to the roots. They could no longer hear the commands of the Shapers. And now, their flesh will rot. Their strands will decay. Today, madness seized the roost. I sense it. In the air, and in the blood that was spilled. It is a warning. One the Tick vein will heed. Soft skin flesh defiles our roots. Hear my word, you of my blood. From this moment forth, the vein is forbidden from consuming human flesh. It is time to leave this roost, choked with the stench of a rotting sea. It is time to move once more through the tunnels to new lands in search of better prey and new strands.
Has a Gothlock claimed your mind? It was you who said that we, the Vane, must feed on strong Oatvaka. And you were right. The weak warriors have grown strong. The strong have grown ferocious. But the kin band's ferocity is not a curse of the roots. It is a sign that our warriors' bodies strive to harness the strands of the soft skins. The strong will survive. The weak will nourish the kin band. So it has always been. This is the way the leaves fall. Remove your prohibition before it is too late. That is what we call soft skins like you. A single strike and done. But you are different. Though your body is fragile, I sent the spirit of a hunter in you. That is why you survived the slaughter. That is why the Vane still listens to you.
Softskins, frail-bodied, like your pack. Humans, yes.
As I said, the Vane will forget that you trespassed in the roost. You helped. You survived. Now, stay out of the way. My brother and I have matters to discuss. I say, the Vane must remain here and continue to absorb strong flesh. Better to fall in battle against the Oathfucker than to let those of my blood slowly rot from hunger in the tunnels again. Even before the battle, we both saw it. The ancient root is breaking through in one of our warriors. That means the time has come. We will conduct the awakening ritual. Help him remember. And then he will judge our dispute. Until then, the Vane will not move. One more mistake, and we will be nothing more than decaying leaves beneath the feet of outsiders.
The Vane is about to witness the awakening of the Great Root, which will mend the woes of these times. I must prepare for the ritual. You may remain in the roost until then. The rabid ones are gone. No one will strip the flesh from you or your pack. That is my decree. But remember this. When the awakened one emerges, you will leave the roost forever. Thus speaks Flesh Shaper Uyatik.
brought good meat. Eat and sleep. Spiders, soon your wounds will heal. Do you think they will allow their bodies to eat after?
The light of the throne guides me.
Always have,
First the battle with Lonai. Then those of my blood went mad. And now another outsider is sniffing around. This is a sign of respect. A gift. Skrotik brought it. A hunter of the vein. Maybe. One outsider lived in the roost. My brother constantly spoke with him. He called it exchange of experience. He even forbade those of our blood from eating him. Declared him an honored Oatvaka. Not a shaper, but a witless fledgling. The Kesma studied us like a lurking predator. Tried to find out the Veil's weaknesses. Not long ago, he stopped appearing in the roost. And that is no bad thing. We call them Krutoks. They are our siblings in war. Then only one remained in the roost. Do not approach him, Softskin. Grektar is clever, but only listens to his rider. Me. Do you see this power, Oatvaka? When the Krutoks smell blood, nothing can stop them. My Grektar lives for combat. But this time, he could have fallen to the claws of those maddened of my blood. But you intervened. Take this. Payment for your service. Now, the blood debt is honored, Oatvaka. When the howl of the metal beast fell silent in a far shore, the outsider who dealt with my brother gave the vein a fine suggestion. Many strong soft skins of Lonai had arrived in that place. I sent the kin band to hunt, to claim their flesh. The kin band raged and at last showed Lonai our strength. A shame I was not with them that day. the Softskins. The Oatvaka Shaper of the Vein. Baron. A strange name. I gave him another. One more fitting to his form. His warriors were the apex predators of these lands. Until the Tick Vein. The Tick Vein are hunters, not scavengers. We do not eat softskins who dig in the mud. The hunters said there was no one except Lone Eye's warriors in the camp. They were enough for us. Lone Eye's warriors are parasites of the human roost. You do not grieve when you kill parasites. Do you, outsider? The pact with Lone Eye allowed us to hunt softskins beyond the town. Those who displeased him. But our vein craved more flesh. Even the outsider who dealt with Weirtick understood this. He advised my brother that we should hunt Lone Eye's warriors. That their meat was the strongest. Finally. Why should I speak? You are a stranger, Oatvaka. Your presence promises nothing good for the Vein. What could an Oatvaka do for the Vein that those of my blood could not? Find and bring me another big-headed Oatvaka like this one for the ritual. He will become a worthy opponent for the Awakened One. This way, you will serve the Vein. Will you do it? For the Awakened One. A worthy opponent in the ritual will awaken the slumbering root. A good fight will help him remember. A great warrior. One whose strands descend from heroes of the past. From the day he came to be. My brother and I knew. We sensed it. His is the blood of an ancient root. He is an offshoot of the Great Ones. We have been preparing him for awakening. All that is left now is to help him remember. He will decide who is right, my brother or I. He will determine which branch the Vein will follow. We will continue hunting in these grounds. Even if madness overcomes some of my blood. The rest, the strongest, adapt. It is a sacrifice necessary for the Vane's survival. Whether you do it or not, decide for yourself. I do not expect much from you. At any moment, the Great Water might cover the roost. You are lucky. You have come while it slumbers. Do not drag it out. Do not steal time from the Vane. Or we will all be swept away with the roost. Like last time.
Led by his will.
If the water comes, the supplies will not spoil. Weirtic says madness.
Kata, where are you? Where are you? Otwaka, warrior, fortunate, Scrot seeks his. I am Scrot. Scrot has lost his mate. Scrot's mate has vanished. She did not return from reconnaissance. If you know, if you find Okata and tell me, Scrot will trade. You like weapons, Otvaka. You reek of death. Scrot will give for the hunt. Okata went with Croak. Skill band on reconnaissance. None returned. None but Croak. Croak said the swamp took them all. Scrot went. Scrot searched. Scrot could not find her. But now the Shapers forbid. After the massacre, few of my blood remain. And it is a dangerous place to wander alone. Scrot cannot disobey. The Vane is above all. Flesh Shaper Weirtic went to the swamp after Okata vanished. Scrot believes he went to seek King Okata and the scouts. But he returned alone. Scrot did not ask. It was clear to Scrot that the Shaper did not find Okata. Scrot was not mistaken about you, Otvaka. Okata wore a bone amulet shaped like a hook on her chest. That is how you know her. The swamp took my mate, and I went searching. Saw it on the ledge. It gleamed. Beautiful. A gift for the warrior's quills. For Croactic. Then the Flesh Shaper forbade leaving the roost, so the swamp would take no more warriors. Scrot knows an Otvaka by that name was in the roost. Weirtic forbade eating the outsider, calling him an honored Otvaka. The outsider left the roost after the battle. battle with Lone Eye's Vein. Scott heard no more of him. Flesh Shaper Ugetic says they of my blood have succumbed to madness. Now the flesh of Odvaka is forbidden. Consuming it would defile the roots. But once the awakened one remembers his past self, he will help the vein. A descendant of a great warrior. Even the Shapers must listen to the awakened one.
Conducting analysis to identify visual similarities. Let logic guide us to true conclusions.
Since the last battle. But this wound will not heal.
Respect the roots, warrior. Even those of others. The Otvaka from the filthy roost fight well.
I have torn soft-skin hides before, but these ones, under Baron Lone Eye's command, are as vicious as if they had eaten flesh from Igothla. No one in these hunting grounds fights as fiercely as they.
Then Lone Eye must must have given them strong strands. Or something else. No matter. There will be more battles. Heal up. We will return for you.
I am the harbinger of his light. Relentlessly.
Otvaka flesh. It muddles the thoughts.
The light of the throne guides us.
A whole swarm of soft skins is wandering through the roost. What is that pack doing here? That cunning soft skin who spoke with the flesh shaper must have brought them. If it is a fight they want.
No fighting! This pack has helped us, and the cunning Otvaka fled after the slaughter with moon-eyed warriors on the far shore and never returned. Perhaps the swamp has taken him.
Unfortunate. The flesh shaper needed him for trade.
The Vein has no need for weak allies. If the cunning one could not survive, he was not so cunning after all.
Raise your head, Chinook. In this dark hour, you give the Vein hope. What do you remember? Flesh and bones crack in the beak. Poison winds swirl in the quills. Who am I? Your memory is still weak. It is normal. Go, help it unfurl. Fight, shoot, eat. It should help.
Eat? Yes, I want to eat. The whirlwinds of stars tormented me for too long. I need to put meat on my bones before the battle.
Relentlessly.
The water of memory is for the awakened one. Touch it, and you will anger the roots. The water of memory is for the awakened one. Touch it, and you will anger the roots.
No hesitation. light of the throne guides me.
The Pekra flew over the swamp again, probably hunting down the mad ones who fled there.
Why does good king associate with the inedible? The Pekra should have stayed in the roost.
I am the harbinger of his light.
Not here. No, not here. Damn old fuck of flesh. It muddles the thoughts.
Have you seen her?
Scrat's mate has vanished. She did not return from reconnaissance. If you know, if you find Okata and tell me, Scrat will trade. If so, then Scrat must consume her flesh. Many good cuts.
Told me to always hide my food. No beast will reach it while you are out hunting.
Who are you sniffing around for, Oatvaka? I do not believe you ended up at the roost by accident. Did you also drag the inedible into the roost? I should cast you both out. But you helped in battle. So I will make an exception. For... Why should I speak? You are a stranger, Oatvaka. Your presence promises nothing good for the Vane. Why should I speak? You are a stranger,
No hesitation.
The Shaper forbade eating fish, but in this bad